Well, good morning, everybody. I think it's still good morning. It's 11:30 here on the Gold Coast, and we're just getting ready to fly out to Kooralbyn Golf Resort, which is out west of Brisbane, out towards Bow Desert. Got a couple of mates out there who've been playing golf for a couple of days. Got to go out and pick them up. And then I've got to get one back to Nobby's Creek, which is a private airfield on the way back. It's owned by a friend of mine that have had it there for years. So I've got to drop one guy off there and then another one back at Kooralbyn Airport and put the aircraft away for the night. So that's us sitting here. Weather's not too bad, a little bit patchy. And Kooralbyn's around about a 25-minute flight, so not expecting too much trouble along the way. So we're parked here at the ramp, and we'll get going. So first up, we'll get some fuel taps open. So we've got some fuel rolling into the system. So some battery power going on first. Let's get some fuel pumps running. Mixture settings will go to a little bit, about halfway, 50%. Beacon light on. Strobes are off at this point. Avionics we can set up. External lighting, so we are going with our number 2, or our right engine first, so clear prop. And generators on. Back over to number 1 here on the left. Clear prop. And number 1 generator on. So we'll be sitting here, let the engines warm up at this point. We'll just have a little look at our flight plan. I reckon the best thing I might do is just do a direct to at this point. So it will be Yankee Kilo Bravo November Kooralbyn Airport, or Cedar Vale as it's commonly known out there. So we'll enter that and we'll activate that, and you'll see now we've got that pink magenta line rolling out to the northwest. We're going over a range here to the Kooralbyn Yankee Kilo Bravo November here. So all that's fine. I'll put my flight assistant on to run my radios again as normal, and we'll get in touch with it. Get the ATIS first and see what's going on with the local weather.
Cooley Airport information, Golf 0000 Zulu. Wind 25, Niner at 4. Visibility, Niner. Sky condition, few clouds at 1,800 feet, few clouds at 4,800 feet, ceiling 18,300 feet broken. Temperature, 15. Dew point, 1 tree. Altimeter 29.92. ILS Zulu runway 14 in use. Landing and departing runway 14. VFR aircraft say direction of flight. All aircraft repack hold short instructions. Advise controller on initial contact UF Golf.
Okay, so we have Golf. We're now going to request a taxi for our departure. So we'll be requesting a taxi departing straight out. It'll be on runway 14.
Beechcraft Victor Hotel, Tango Echo Zulu request taxi for departing straight out with Golf.
Beechcraft Victor Hotel, Tango Echo Zulu Taxi 2 and hold short of runway 14 via taxiway Golf Charlie. Contact tower on 121.8 when ready.
Taxiing hold short runway 14 via taxiway Golf Charlie Beechcraft Tango Echo Zulu.
Okay, so we've rounded up 1-4 on the heading, on the PFD. We'll be now making our way down there. That's taking off to the south. So at the airport here, we'll be coming out of here, taxiing around, coming up to the northern end of the field, and then taking off in this direction. We'll then make a right-hand turn and pick up this pink line out here, which will be our track to Kooralbyn. So let's get going. Park brake is off. Just let the dispatchers here on the ground know what we're doing. We're taking off to the right, a bit of power, and moving away from the dispatchers, and just maintaining this yellow line, which is our taxi line, around to 1-4. So based on that ATIS, I've wound up 6,500 feet in the altimeter, and the vertical speed will probably be getting somewhere around about 800 feet a minute to just a steady climb up to 6,500. Kooralbyn's elevations, I think, is around about 200 or 300 feet, so we'll sort all that out on the way. So just making this right hand turn now onto the main taxiway to the north. Just going through some final checks. We're going to flaps 1. Landing lights can come on. Just do our flight control checks as we just do a brake check as well. Appears to be working. Mixtures are going to full for takeoff. Just going to range out now on the MFD to show that proper track to the northwest for us, whilst we come around to our holding point onto 1-4, just confirming 1-4 there on the signage, the right runway on the centre line. We'll hold here and get clearance.
Tower Beechcraft Victor Hotel, Tango Echo Zulu, at runway 14 ready for departure, straight out departure.
Okay, pumps are on. On. Flaps are set. Clear for departure.
Cleared for takeoff runway 14 Beechcraft Tango Echo Zulu.
So we know we're on the right runway. I'm just moving the heading bug around past where our track is to the northwest, so that when we take off and make that turn, we can intercept it through the heading. So we're holding here, Got our clearance. Coming up to 40% power, just going through the pressures and temperatures on the multifunction display at the moment. They're holding 70% power and rolling, 100% power, maintaining the centre line. Airspeed's just come alive, just going through 60 knots. Pressures and temperatures are still good. V1, rotate, gear up, climbing through 300 feet, stabilised, airspeed 150, flaps are coming off, going to autopilot and heading, and we'll be starting to make a right hand turn now. So here we are here, so we're making a right hand turn around to pick up this track. So we'll just range out a little bit further. Here we're coming around, making that track. Our vertical speed showing that we are climbing at 850 feet a minute. And this is our heading that we're going to go into. I'm going to hit the nav button now, which will help us intersect this path as we fly towards it. So just a quick snapshot where we're at. We're at 160 knots, coming through 1700 feet, flying on this heading at the moment, which is us in this direction here, but as we get closer to the pink line, we'll start making a left-hand turn because we've got that activated through the GPS, which is shown here in white. Because it's only armed at this point, it's not really active until we intercept. So the closer we get, then we'll turn left and then we'll head out. Bit of a clear shot there of the Gold Coast. Back at Kooralbyn, relatively clear, just a few clouds. Barometric pressures 2992, which is pretty standard. So I'm happy to maintain this speed. Here comes the centre line.
Victor Hotel, Tango Echo Zulu frequency change. Approach Beechcraft Victor Hotel, Tango Echo Zulu is type Beechcraft, B58 4 miles west of Cooley, 2,600 feet.
So we've just intercepted that track, and you can see it's now turning to the left to pick it up.
Squawk 5 112 Beechcraft Tango Echo Zulu.
Beechcraft Tango Echo Zulu radar contact 5 miles west of Cooley 3,000 feet. Altimeter 29.92.
Roger Beechcraft Tango Echo Zulu. Approach Beechcraft Victor Hotel Tango Echo Zulu. Request clearance to transition Charlie airspace.
Beechcraft Victor Hotel Tango Echo Zulu approach. Cleared through the Charlie airspace.
Cleared through Charlie airspace Beechcraft Tango Echo Zulu.
So there's Kooralbyn Airport, Yankee Kilo Bravo November, which we're heading to at this point. It's at the end of this pink line. I won't call them up yet, we're still a fair way away, so I'll let it go for a little while. We'll give them a call and let them know that we're on our way in. So it's around about quarter to 12 now. I did mention to the guys that I'll be out there at midday, so we're pretty well on time. So it's coming through 4,000 feet, still holding that airspeed of around about 150 knots. We'll be pretty well just going in a straight line. We haven't got any navigation issues to contend with. The only real issue we've got is that we have Amberley Airfield to our north. It's off to our right hand side. We have to make sure we stay well clear of that. But other than that, it's pretty well, once we get to 6.5, we'll be probably only sitting there for a little while before we then start to have to come down. So Kooralbyn Resort, it's a golf resort. It's been out in the west there for probably 30 or 40 years, had a number of different owners. It's a great getaway for a weekend from Brisbane and the Gold Coast, but it does have its own strip, and it's an east-west strip, and it's got quite a good pilot facilities, etc. So we've been out here a few times and played the course and stayed. So it's pretty handy. So I've just upped the sim rate to save a bit of time on the video. We'll probably only run it for about 10 minutes or so. Once we get Kooralbyn destination on the screen, we'll start going through our checks, and because we're just coming through 6,000 feet now, so it's not far to go. I think I did check the METAR for Kooralbyn, and I believe we'll be landing on 1-2, which goes back to the east. We might have a bit of a southerly crosswind, but what it means is that from where we're flying, here's Kooralbyn coming onto the screen now. The 1-2 orientation of the runway comes back this way, so 1-2 is there, so it actually comes back like that. So what we've got to do, we're here, we'll be coming off this track, hugging in closer, and then making a very short final onto 1-2 and landing back this way. It's not the longest runway in the field, probably the Barron is not on its limits, but it's going to be tested a little bit. So you can see there are the hills that are in and around it. If we actually go out through this valley here, we actually lose sight of the runway to come back around. So I tend to opt to stay on the inside of this raised terrain here and make that final a little bit shorter, rather than go out and lose sight of the runway coming around blind from the back of the hill. So 160 knots, plenty fast enough. I'm going to actually start peeling a bit of that speed off, and I'll give Kooralbyn a call. We'll be on 1-2, and we'll announce our position.
Bravo, November traffic, Beechcraft Victor Hotel, Tango Echo Zulu, 11 miles east, 6,500 feet inbound to land runway 12.
So we're going to commence our descent now. Plan is to descend to around about probably initially 2,000 feet. If I can establish there before I set up for the landing. So backed off the speed quite a bit now. Pumps are on. All our lights are still on. Props are flush. Exterior lights are set. As I say, this is quite a tricky. So I'm going off heading, and we're going to, off nav, and we're going to now. You can see the blue line here. So this track now is going to just keep us on the inside of that bluff, still give us room to come around and come down and land it this way. What I really don't want to happen is get some cloud like that is right in front of us now. What I really don't want to happen is to get to get that when we're on final, because if we do, we'll be going around, because I need to maintain visual with that field all the way onto the tarmac. But I won't know that until I'm actually on the ground. So 130 knots, pretty well idling down. That's the community of Kooralbyn there in the green area. I'm coming through 2,200 feet, so we're getting pretty close. We'll level off here. There's the runway there. You can just see it with either side of through the middle of the two lakes. So I'm going to cancel, and we're going to go down. I'll make a call.
Yankee Kilo Bravo November traffic Beechcraft Victor Hotel Tango Echo Zulu is on downwind runway 12.
So there's that range I'm just trying to stay away from. Going gear down, flaps 1.
Yankee Kilo Bravo November traffic Beechcraft Victor Hotel Tango Echo Zulu is on final runway 12 to land.
So we're on final now. We're a very short final, but we've got it at this point. I don't have a cloud, so I can continue. back through 60 knots. It's a little bit rushed right at the end, but all in all we're on the centre line and stabilised the whole way. So I'll turn around here. May have to go off onto the grass to get around. And go back to the airport facilities. Flaps up. Landing lights off. Hopefully the boys are waiting here, and all we'll really have to do is get our gear on and get going. This is the new airport facilities. These have only just been redeveloped. And we're just stuck in here and park. Hopefully I won't be here very long. And stopping here, park brake on. I'll go and find them. Right, I'll be right back. Okay, we're back inside. We've had the gear thrown in. It's time to get going. We're going to have a hot start. Clear prop. Okay, holding here on the park brake at this point. Let's have a look at our flight plan. Delete that one. Go direct to Yankee November Oscar Bravo, Nobby's Creek. I'll enter that and we'll activate that. Let's get some exterior lights going. Taxi lights are done. Flight plan. Let's talk to
Yankee Kilo Bravo November traffic Beechcraft Victor Hotel Tango Echo Zulu is clear of the runway.
runway 12 for takeoff. Announce taxi.
Yankee Kilo Bravo November traffic Beechcraft Victor Hotel Tango Echo Zulu is taxiing to runway 12.
So just pulling up my runway heading for departure. Pretty well in a straight line, pretty well a runway heading from here to Nobby's, which is handy. And going to flaps 1. All good here, all good here. Landing lights can come on now. There's nobody in front of us. Altitude will probably have 4,500. I think if we go at 6 again, it will be plenty. Okay, park brake off. We've announced our taxi. We don't need a clearance. We're using all of the runway available because we've got 3 people on now and 4 bags, so our weight's climbing up a little bit, so I'll be giving it plenty of power on departure. Okay.
Yankee Kilo Bravo November traffic Beechcraft Victor Hotel Tango Echo Zulu taking off runway 12 departing straight out.
Fuel flow is good, pressures and temperatures all clear. Full throttle, checking airspeeds alive, maintaining centerline, 70 knots, V1, rotate, positive rate, gear up. Sticking to the left of this little bluff on our right hand side. Flops up. Going to autopilot. Going to heading.
Southeast of Yankee Kilo Bravo November 1,000 feet. Request flight following.
Beechcraft Victor Hotel, Tango Echo Zulu, Brisbane Center. Squawk 1274.
Okay, let's.
1274 Beechcraft Tango Echo Zulu.
Beechcraft Tango Echo Zulu radar contact 3 miles southeast of Yankee Kilo Bravo November 1,600 feet. Altimeter 29.992.
Roger Beechcraft Tango Echo Zulu.
Okay, so you can see here that we're flying back onto our track across to Nobby. Nobby's elevation is really, I think, only probably under 200 feet, but we've got to come over the top of this ridge here and get down very quickly. So we'll be at around about 5,500 or 6,000 coming over the top, and then we've got to get down very quickly to get onto a 1-8 arrival, sorry, a 3-6 arrival to into Nobby's. So that's us now just picking up our track. And I've got it showing at the moment 6,000 feet. Going over the top of the McPherson Ranges that are here. So again, Nobby's is a bush strip. It's tarmac. It's about 3,000 feet, I think, in length, and you're working pretty hard to get into the air in this aircraft, depending on the approach that we've got to fly. So. First trick is to get over these ranges, and the second trick is to get down quickly under control with controlled airspeed to be able to make the approach to get onto the ground. You certainly feel the extra weight of the people in the aircraft. Thinking I might drop that back to 5,000. Should be enough to get over the top. That saves me 1,000 feet in the drop. So we're heading back to the east now, heading back towards the Gold Coast. You can see the coast and the ocean straight out there through the propeller off the left engine. And the same problem with this scattered cloud is that we don't want those on final. And Nobbies can actually be pretty difficult to spot from the air because it is hidden. So there's a little bit of local knowledge required to actually A, see it, and B, get in there. So 4,300, another 700 to go. 173 knots.
Beechcraft Tango Echo Zulu, contact approach on 123.5. Good day.
Going to 123.5, Beechcraft Tango Echo Zulu. Approach Beechcraft Victor Hotel, Tango Echo Zulu, 4,700 feet.
Beechcraft Victor Hotel, Tango Echo Zulu, approach altimeter 29.92, radar contact, continue.
Yankee November Oscar, Bravo traffic, Beechcraft Victor Hotel, Tango Echo Zulu, 12 miles northwest, 5,000 feet inbound to land runway 36.
And again, like Kooralbyn, I'm going to come off the nav track and go onto our heading to set us up for the approach. So we're going to go to the right again here. This will be our track. So here's the top of the range, which we're just getting over the top of now. So I'm now winding down to about 1,500 feet. And bring our heading back towards through the middle there. And bring the throttles right back.
Yankee Yankee November Oscar Bravo traffic Beechcraft Victor Hotel, Tango Echo Zulu 6 miles west, 4,300 feet inbound to land runway 36.
Got it now. Thought I'd lost it for a minute, but there it is. And they've cleared those trees. Wonderful. Okay. U-turn here, drop the bodies in the bags and back to Coolangatta. Okay, let's keep going. Just hold here on the park brake and get our I don't think I'll do a dual flight plan back to Coolangatta. It's only a 5-minute run, so we'll delete that, go back to the flight plan, and basically we can ignore this. So lights are set, flaps are set. Heading's actually going to be quite correct. Altitude. 3.5 will be enough. Vertical speed we'll get up to 700. I think we'll get going. Clear of the runway.
Yankee November Oscar Bravo traffic Beechcraft Victor Hotel Tango Echo Zulu is clear of the runway.
So we're going 1.8 for takeoff.
Yankee November Oscar Bravo traffic Beechcraft Victor Hotel Tango Echo Zulu taking off runway 18 departing straight out.
Fuel flow is good. Pressures, temperatures, full throttle. Centerline. Airspeed's alive. Positive rate. Clear those trees. Just making a left-hand turn.
Approach Beechcraft Victor Hotel Tango Echo Zulu is type Beechcraft B58 1 miles south of Yankee November Oscar Bravo 600 feet. Request flight following.
Beechcraft Victor Hotel, Tango Echo Zulu approach. Squawk 0554.
Squawk 0554 Beechcraft Tango Echo Zulu.
Beechcraft Tango Echo Zulu radar contact 2 miles southeast of Yankee November Oscar Bravo 1,200 feet. Altimeter 29.92.
Roger Beechcraft
Okay.
Tango Echo Zulu.
Just coming over the top of the township here. That's the Tweed River there in front of us. So we're going to start heading sort of northeast. Back towards Kooralbyn. It's pretty well Kooralbyn through there, I think. So that's us. You can disregard this flight plan, it's not part of us anymore. That would be Kooralbyn over in here, so we'll give them a call. Gold Coast, there we are. Full stop landing.
Cooley Tower Beechcraft Victor Hotel Tango Echo Zulu is 9 miles southwest 1,800 feet with Gulf to land.
Beechcraft Victor Hotel, Tango Echo Zulu Cooley Tower. Altimeter 29.92, wind 259er at 4. Make left traffic runway 14.
Fly left traffic runway 14 Beechcraft Tango Echo Zulu.
Okay, so that's all pretty good. So we've got the Tweed River down there straight in front of us. Heading out, that's Terranora Lakes in here. The approvals that we've got, that's us here, so we've got to fly down, come around and fly left traffic onto 14 back to the south, which is the same runway that we took off from earlier on. So it's Kooralbyn Airport there, so we'll be going down here, then flying around Point Danger, up the beachfront, then making a short left-hand turn and coming in and landing on 14 to the south. So we're at 3,500, so I'm going to descend to about 1500. Just a slow descent. Back off the power a bit. So that's Coolangatta airstrip here, and the terminal facilities will be going straight out here, up the beach front, coming around and landing back this way. And then our job's done. Okay, I'm taking control of the aircraft now. I'll just trim it for my purposes. Airspeed 115 is plenty. Altitude's 1400 feet. We'll be doing a very short final onto 1-4. Just getting our trim right.
Beechcraft Tango Echo Zulu, wind 259er at 4. Clear to land runway 14.
Clear to land runway 14 Beechcraft Tango Echo Zulu.
So I've just got a 500 feet, 85 knots. Just want to roll this out so I'm right on the centre line when I've rolled out, and then we can get it down. Airspeed, we're on the markers on the centre line.
Beechcraft
And on the
Tango
ground.
Echo Zulu, exit runway when able. Beechcraft Tango Echo Zulu, contact ground on 118.7.
118.7 Beechcraft Tango Echo Zulu.
Got some big aircraft in today. We'll head over to the general aviation area. We'll just clean things up. Well, thanks for watching again. I'll just going to be come over and park over here. This is where we actually took off from 55 minutes and 45 seconds ago. So actually I might just park here in front of Air Gold Coast. Looks like all the spots there are taken, so we'll wheel around and we'll unload our stuff here. Park brake. Okay, thanks for watching. It's been fun.